Mask or not to mask? That's the question more parents with young children, like yours truly, are asking themselves more often now that the state has lifted most COVID-19 restrictions. Here to share her advice is Dr. Kristen Moffitt, an infectious disease specialist at Boston Children's Hospital. And we also like to point out she's also a mom. All right, Dr. Moffitt, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So a lot of families have been kind of slowly returning to their weekend routines, maybe a quick trip to a store like Home Depot or the grocery store, maybe shopping for clothes at the mall. I know that I was more comfortable doing this a week or so ago, but now that fewer customers are wearing masks when they shop, do you think it makes more sense for parents to leave their children under 12 at home since they are not vaccinated?
Well, I think the good news is that case rates are declining really nicely in Massachusetts and elsewhere here in the U.S. So I think it is a reasonable time to start to get the entire family a little bit more used to these scenarios that we would have thought were kind of normal scenarios a couple of years ago. But I would still recommend that would mean if someone unvaccinated were taking those trips out and they were going to be indoors shopping, things like that, that they'd be wearing a mask.
So that begs the question, if a child has to wear a face mask in a certain situation, would you recommend that the parent does as well, even if the parent's vaccinated and it's not required of them?
Yeah, we're hearing this question a lot. It's a great question. I think it really depends on the age and the sort of level of understanding and compliance of the child. If the child is old enough to understand why a vaccinated parent really doesn't need to wear a mask anymore, and that is not going to have any impact on that unvaccinated child's willingness to wear a mask, then I don't think the parent would need to wear a mask. But if the child is young enough that they maybe can't totally understand why a vaccinated parent doesn't need to mask, and it would just make it more likely then that child will keep their mask on if the parent is sort of wearing a mask in a show of solidarity, then that would be a good reason for a vaccinated parent to wear a mask.
All right, let's talk about summer camp. Should parents be asking if the staff is fully vaccinated? And is there any other information you'd want to know?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable question for parents to ask, but maybe an even more important question because it's very likely that some staff may not have been vaccinated for different reasons, but it's very likely that children attending the camp will not be vaccinated, especially if it's camp for kids under the age of 12. So a good question is what their precautions plan will be for unvaccinated staff and campers. Will they require that those individuals wear masks when they're doing indoor activities in particular? Will there be some sort of screening or testing for unvaccinated individuals, especially maybe at the time of entry to camp, particularly for a sleepover camp, maybe accommodating people who are coming from different parts of the country? But I think even some more general questions aside from vaccination status would have to do with the camp's policies that will be in place for daily health screens, whether it's day camp or overnight camp, and what their plans will be to isolate an individual should they become symptomatic at camp, and do they have plans to cohort and have plans to do contact tracing in the event that there is an exposure while at camp for unvaccinated individuals.
A lot of questions still for parents of those children under 12. It's very much not over for those families. All right, Dr. Kristen Moffitt at Boston Children's, thank you very much for your time.
Sure. Thanks for having me.